Hey guys and gals, my name is Laurie Gombos from Outback Motortek. Thank you for watching this video. I'm standing right next to a motorcycle we just picked up, and this is the Honda Africa Twin CRF1100 Adventure Sports. So the first impressions, we actually have a 2016 standard version. Back then it was only standard. 2018 Adventure Sports came, but it is similar but different in many aspects. We can look at it. For example, this is the 2020 version, and it's different from the 2018-2019. This is the Adventure Sports. That means the tank is larger, and I can tell you right off the bat, this is pretty gigantic. So when I'm standing on the bike, this thing goes out wide. It's obviously not as wide as the handlebar. It goes out to the controls on the handlebar though, so it's fairly wide. My guess is that it's about 55 to 60 centimeters wide up top, which is roughly about 22 inches or so. So yeah, the tank is large. That's the biggest thing that we can notice on the Adventure Sports version. On both new models, there's a standard 2020 and the Adventure Sports 2020 this is brand spanking new, double display. Also on the Adventure Sports, the control is, I think it's confusing for a bit now, but we're gonna get used to it. And let's fire this thing up. I'm just gonna turn on the ignition, and you will see the whole thing, lighting up. They welcome you with this beautiful, spectacular screen and a little motion design. And then it's gonna tell you that you should be aware of what you're doing on a motorcycle. And I'm gonna tap OK. It's touchscreen. You have the settings for different riding modes, Bluetooth connection, voice operated. Obviously you can plug into your music and radio and whatnot, and so yeah, ABS settings. We actually do have cruise control on this. It's pretty awesome. It's a must, especially on such a prestigious adventure motorcycle. The foot peg is noticeably much larger than on the 2016-2017 version. It's also mounted differently. Swing arm seems to be brand spanking new as well. Seat is still split. You can remove the front or back, and different seat height on the front. Handlebar is different than on the 2018-2019 Adventure Sports. It's a different setup. The spokes are actually on the edge of the rim, but I was told this is only the Adventure Sports version, not a standard. The engine, when I look at the engine, it seems to me that it's the same. I don't see a lot of major improvements or major changes. Obviously it's 100 cubic centimeters more because it's the 1100 version. Some changes up front to the exhaust system. The catalytic converter was moved up here, so it's got a bit bulky up front. The exhaust header is slightly different, and we'll see if it causes any problem for us for our crash bars, but more on that a bit later. So yeah, I haven't really had the chance to ride the bike yet, only around the shop a bit. The headlight is a completely new design. I guess it's personal preference. I didn't like it at first, but now I really dig it. I think it's a really nice design. And yeah, so these are first impressions that I think that are similar and also different from previous Africa Twin 1000 versions. I'm gonna fire up the engine. It's actually it's a very nice and quiet and smooth engine, just like what we're used to with Hondas. So it's on, it's running. It doesn't sound any different from the 1000 version. It's more or less the same. I'm gonna rev it a bit. Still sounds awesome even with the stock muffler. I've always liked the sound of the Africa Twin 1000. I'm gonna put it into gear. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, that's it. It's in first gear. It's really smooth. So, really impressive package from Honda. Now let's talk about our products. Okay, so in terms of products from Outback Motortek, we are looking at pretty much exactly the same product line that we've been manufacturing for the Africa Twin 1000. So that would be our lower crash bars, upper crash bars to protect the upper section of the fairing. It will be tied into underneath the instruments with a mounting tab. You can hang your lights here. You can hang small size bags on the side on the crash bars. So lower crash bars in the midsection, upper crash bars, and then engine guards to protect the stator and clutch case, and also to support our lower crash bars, reinforce. And we will actually remove the OEM, you can call it skid plate. It's really thin, and on such a big heavy bike, if there is a serious impact, it will destroy something on the bike. So we're not going to focus on making this compatible. We're going to focus on making our own skid plate, which is going to be much tougher than this OEM piece. Okay, so this is going to be the protection combo package from literally the bottom of the engine to the upper section of the bike, somewhere up here. So then we already have, as you can see, we already have the center stand mounted here because it's almost identical with the 1000 version. We're gonna have to make just slight changes to it. Otherwise, currently it actually fits and functions, but some improvements will be necessary, such as this piece here to clear the swing arm a bit more. We'll be looking at fitting the current Adventure Sports, which is actually the 1000 model, the 1000 version Adventure Sports pannier racks. We are hoping it's going to fit. If not, then it looks like it's going to be minor modifications. So we're going to have pannier racks here on the side, both for soft and hard luggage. We're still debating whether we should be making symmetrical pannier racks or not symmetrical. Most people are asking for symmetrical because on this side, this always gives us the width. So if we come out this far with the pannier racks on the right side, most people prefer if we compensate this and make the same from the center out to here. Many people like to put a small rotor packs or toolbox or something like that on the other side. So most likely we'll end up making symmetrical pannier racks. And the final piece is going to be a nice tail rack made out of aluminum for additional luggage carrying purposes. And this will be it pretty much. So this is what you can expect in terms of Outback Motortek products from us for this bike. The standard version is slightly different as far as we know. It doesn't have a handlebar, a passenger handlebar. So we might have to come up with a different solution to design and make our pannier racks, but We'll be getting the standard version in about a month or two. But first we're gonna start working on this, and most likely, just as with the 2018, 2019 Adventure Sports, the products are same as the standard one and the Adventure Sports. So hopefully this will not change, and the protection will remain the same both for the standard and the Adventure Sports. So this is it for now. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.